Deadpool and Wolverine is the newest Deadpool sequel, directed by Shawn Levy, that finally brings the character into the MCU. The logline is as follows. Wolverine is recovering from his injuries when he crosses paths with the loudmouth Deadpool. They team up to defeat a common enemy. The best part of this movie is definitely the relationship between Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, obviously, it's in the name of the movie, but Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds bounce off each other so well, and it results in some really great comedy. It's a dynamic we've seen in many films before, but it's still effective, and that's largely because these actors are so talented. Hugh Jackman is super underrated as a comedic actor, and I'm glad he got the chance to shine in this film. Not only is the comedy solid in this film, but the action is too. There were some really cool fight sequences in this movie, particularly one that takes place in and around a car, which I really enjoyed. Also, I felt like this movie hit a good balance in regards to the cameos. It has some really funny and unexpected cameos that work well and don't feel overdone compared to a film like Multiverse of Madness. These cameos were really great for the fans that would catch them, but if you were an average viewer that didn't know who these characters were, I could see you being pretty confused. As much as this film tries to convince you that it's not like other Marvel movies, because they can say curse words, this very much feels like just another Marvel movie. It feels very manufactured and like it was made to fit into a larger universe rather than just standing on its own. There are a lot of meta references in the film to that, but there's just a few too many. I know that breaking the fourth wall is Deadpool's whole shtick. At some point, it just feels a little self-indulgent and overused. Kinda like the cursing in this film. Listen, I think cursing and sex jokes are hilarious, but when the film overuses them, it desensitizes you and then the jokes don't have the same impact and punch. The main villain of the film was pretty lackluster and forgettable. There wasn't much of a personal stake between our heroes and the villain that we've seen in previous Deadpool films, so it felt very disconnected from the rest of the story. And that also factors into Deadpool's emotional arc in this film. The personal journey that Deadpool goes on in this film and his character arc felt like they were just checking boxes rather than putting any heart into it. Overall, Deadpool and Wolverine has quite a few flaws that hold it back from being a great movie, but that doesn't mean it isn't damn entertaining. It has everything you would want from a Deadpool movie. Fun action, hilarious comedy, references for the fans, and a great relationship between our two main leads. Even though it gets a bit self-indulgent at times, it still achieves what it sets out to do. So I would call it a success. I rate it 3.5 stars. This has been Tom from Isenhart Productions, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week.